Hey everybody, welcome back. For those of you just tuning in, this is Tattoo Collectables, and I'm Eric. Today on the show, we are going to get to some mail, as we always do. We got a little something in the mailbag that I think that you all are going to dig pretty well. I know I am. And we've also got one of our machine head segments for you today. I am going to be showing you a pretty cool machine and telling you where I got it. So, stick around.
What's in the mail?
All right, so today, what's in the mail? Let's see what's in the mail indeed. This first little package is from Pittsburgh. So we're just gonna crack into old Pittsburgh with our old Mr. Domo Tennessee fighting knife. And we're gonna see what we got in here. Oh, man, they got it packed in there. Woo! Oh, neat. Here, that's what that is. So, when I was a small boy, my mother worked at Long John Silver's. I ate my fill of those little crunchy things. Loved them as a kid, loved them as an adult. I just gotta steer clear of them now as an older adult. But when I was a kid, there was a big push to get kids into Long John Silver's because a lot of them didn't like fish when I was a kid. So they had all kinds of little promotionals, and that's what this is. This is a Long John Silver, one Long John Silver doubloon. And they used to give these out to kids. You get to dip into the treasure chest maybe, and they would let you pull some of this out. Sometimes you get other little toys, but I thought this was so cool when I saw it. It took me right back to my childhood, first off. And anytime you're collecting, you want some kind of personal, don't buy stuff just because you think it's gonna be worth money one day. Have fun with this. And today is all about having fun, okay? All this mail is gonna be about me having fun with stuff. So this one on the other side has and I'll get you a better picture of it. There's a little bit of it there. But it's got a dude on it. It's a pirate, okay? These all had pirates on them, and they were different named pirates. This particular pirate, this Long John Silver's pirate, is Tattoo Tom. Now, Tom has a mom tattoo conspicuously placed on his temple for some reason. I'm not sure why they did that. And then it's got a ship on his chest, and you could tell it's a ship, but the way it's placed there, it would have to be the most awkwardly placed ship. And I know why they did it. They did it because they knew pirates didn't really tattoo their necks. Most of them didn't tattoo their heads either, though. So, but this, like I said, it doesn't have to be completely legit. This one says Tattoo Tom on it, and I thought between that and my love of the restaurant and my history with the restaurant, it was worth having just because it was a tattoo coin. So I will put this in with my other tattoo coins, of which my collection's getting fairly big just of tattoo coins now. But I thought that was fun. Like I said, today's all about, this is the fun episode today. So this next one, can you hear that? Can you hear it? There's a reason it makes that sound. So this next one, now you heard it shaking and you heard it rattling in there. This one is a little something fun again. Now when I was a kid, back in the early 1750s, no, back in the early 1970s, they came out with tacky tattoos. Now this is what you heard rattling. Anybody that collects baseball cards knows what that rattle is. That rattle is crappy gum that is disintegrated in this package because this package has never been opened. So, in 1970, they came out with tacky tattoos, and people hated them. They hated the name. Anybody with a tattoo doesn't think they're tacky at all. So I'm not sure who they were trying to, usually if you're trying to sell to kids whose parents have tattoos, you tend to not want to insult the parents of those kids. maybe. They figured that out real quick. The very next year, it was wacky tacky tattoos. Now, the reason they called them tacky tattoos isn't because they thought that they were tacky or that tattoos in general were tacky. They called them that because of the material they were made on was a tacky material, and you would put that onto your skin and warm it with your other hand, and when you pulled it off, it stuck to you. It was tacky. So that's what they meant by tacky, not like, oh, look at this tacky shit. So like I said, these weren't wildly popular, but enough people saved them. So because I used to see these when I would go down to the penny candy store and buy my penny candy, but I knew that if I bought something with tattoo on it, that my parents would not dig it. So I did not get these as a kid, but I remember them. So again, because I had the history with it, because it says tattoo on it, I thought it was fun. It's in my collection now. I do that a bunch. It's, like I said, if you're just collecting because you think that one day you'll be able to sell this stuff and make a mint, cool, I guess, but that is not why I do it. I do it for the thrill of the hunt and to like preserve this history, you know? Most of my stuff will never get sold. I've put 100% of it into my will. So one of my guys here at the shop will be getting all of my tattoo collectibles. He shares my enthusiasm for collecting, as all my guys do. I've left all my guys something. Not that they pray for my demise or anything. Okay. This package I bought because of one of my guys. I bought this because of one of my guys. One of my guys, and his name is Ross. You can find him at these Instagrams. He likes collecting tattoo stuff as well. And he is a Jim Croce fan. Like, I've never seen a Jim Croce fan. I thought I was a big fan of Jim. He is a monster fan of Jim Croce. So, I got this, where did I get this picture? I got this picture from, from eBay. But it doesn't have the seller's name on here. Who knows? Got it from eBay. Somebody sold it to me. I saw it on there. I didn't realize it was this big. Oh, it's an AP photo. Chances are this is from Epic Relics as well. They like to do this kind of stuff. Historic images, pardon me. I buy from a couple of them. This is from a historic image. It's from 1986. It says, Mike LeCoury of Watertown has his earlobe tattooed by Terry Blank, or Black. Terry Blackie. On 5/7/1986. Here lately, I've been getting a bunch of 1986 stuff. I think that's wild. I don't know why that is. Anyway, so this is the picture. And if you notice, the gentleman in the picture has on a Jim Croce tour shirt. Now, personally, I've never seen a Jim Croce tour shirt. I thought that was cool enough to own this picture. But the fact that this lady is tattooing his ear in it is even better. He's got a couple pieces on him, and this is really just indicative of a time. I mean, the chair, the setup. You can see behind her, there's like Morton salt on the counter and stuff like this. So, I mean, to me, it's a slice of history. The story behind it, I'm sure, is wild. If either of you that are in this photo see this program, please leave a comment below. Love to see a picture of the tattoo that she put on your ear. So now, as far as I always go over prices with you, and since this episode is more about fun than it is about the prices, I'll tell you what I paid. I'll tell you what I think they're worth, but honestly, none of this is worth a ton of cash. I think I paid 10 bucks for this photo. I believe that's probably what it's worth. It's from '86. It's an AP photo. You know it's been used in the paper. But I thought it was neat, and honestly, I don't see it being worth a ton of cash, but to me, it's cool. It's something that I dig. The little coin I got here, I think I paid 7 bucks for this coin. I think that is full-blown retail on what these things are worth. I've seen them go up as high as 20 or 30 bucks. I think that's too high for these. These are aluminum coins. This I've seen, I think I got this for $1. It may have been more like $2 with the shipping and everything. I think full-blown retail on a mint condition one of these, you're probably looking around 5 bucks. These you won't buy again because, you know, they're going to be worth a ton. Although, to the right collector, you know, I've seen these put into packages and graded at a PS10 for $40. But that's a PS10. That's like when you send them to PSA, if nothing at all has ever been wrong with this, including the gum has to be stick. So, this one's nowhere near worth that, but I just wanted to illustrate that a lot of times I buy stuff just because it pleases me. I see it, I get a thrill out of it, I put it in my collection, and then every time I see it, I get that same thrill. So don't always think that you have to spend a ton of money to get you a decent tattoo collectible. Go to a convention and you can start your collectibles real quick because everybody's giving away tattoo cards. So I hope that you all out there are collecting for yourselves, you know, or for the benefit of the history of this thing. Sorry about that. That was almost a soapbox warning. I heard it start. Did you hear it starting? I heard it starting. So anyway, we'll let that go for today. So our new segment is our machine head segment. You should definitely check this out. This week's segment is on a cool machine, and I'll tell you all about it right now. So, first episode of Machine Heads. All right. So, in this first installment of Machine Heads, I'm going to introduce you to my Shipgay Sergil custom. My Shipgay Sergil, and I hope I'm saying that right. He is from Russia. I sent off, and he made this for me special. I freaking love it. It is an awesome power supply. It works really well. So, but I got this out today because I wanted to show you not only the comparison, but how these things run, what I think of them. So I've heard a bunch of you out there talking about the Spalding Puma knockoffs. So when I saw them online, I thought, man, China is just going nuts and making everything. And I thought, if you can get them cheap enough, they'd be great to build on, just like the Spalding Pumas. Like this Spalding Puma, I got back in the 90s. And then I had it rebuilt with a Jerry Rieger build kit. It's got copper springs on it, like Jerry used to do. It's got one of his front and rear binding posts and armature bar. Let me get my Edison Tombstone there. There we go. So it's a great runner. You can hear how it hits. It hits kind of soft, but I mean it'll scorch on up too. Like you can turn this puppy up and really have it just nailing the skin if that's what you're into. I had this one set up as a liner, and it is a powerhouse, man. I used to use this one all the time, and I loved it. It was just an all-around really great little machine. So when I heard about these knockoffs, I thought, I like that one. Maybe I'll like the knockoff. So I ordered this thing, and I think I spent $30 on it. First thing you notice on these is the weight. Oh my God, this thing weighs like 19 pounds, it feels like. The weight comparison between the two is night and day. The size comparison, they're slightly larger than the original Pumas. But boy, they tried to knock every single part of this off. And if you notice, like, you can definitely tell when you look, if I don't drop this one and break it, you can definitely tell. Let's switch that around. I mean, those are like completely different size. This one's like the grande version. So I was like, all right, so it's way bigger. I mean, it appears to, you know, to the untrained eye, it would look like a Puma, except for like the I guess the chrome on it isn't as shiny as the chrome on a real Puma. The little holes in the swing arm are a lot larger as well. And then we're gonna hook this puppy up because it has what looks like some really cheap parts on it, until you realize that, like, that's a silver contact point. Like, why would you take the time to make a silver contact point on a cheap, crappy machine? And then, listen to that. It's at the same voltage that mine was, and mine was scorching at that point. This one's just barely hitting. Now, I will give it this. They did put an actual contact point on the spring, which you used to see a bunch with National machines, and that does normally give you a pretty good hit. But this one, there we go. So, did you hear it? There's the drop right there. So we'll just go ahead and that's as far up as I can go with my shift gill, and it just barely hits. I would need something stronger than this to power it. So I hooked it up on my Atom. I've got an Atom too. Didn't sound any better on it. So as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, if you are going to buy a Puma frame to build on, spend the $60-70 and get one from Huck Spalding Enterprises. You're gonna get an original Puma. The lever lock on it, they developed. That is their technology. So, and I'm a firm believer in never buy the knockoff if you can help it. But I heard so many people talking about how wonderful this knockoff was. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's way too heavy. It's clunky. It heats up almost immediately upon using it. I let it run for a little bit, and it heats up pretty good. The lever lock on it is janky looking, you know, like everything on it's kind of janky looking. I would say if you are in the market to build one, like I said, go with the Huck Spalding. You'll never be unhappy with that. These, I mean, if you want something that you're gonna build into a trophy or something that you just don't give a shit about, then I would say go with one of these. If you're actually going to tattoo a human with it, I would suggest going with something that actually is meant for tattooing, because this just isn't. So my recommendation on this is no. Crap. I didn't care for it. So I'd say if you want to check it out, order one. They're cheap enough. But if you order one of those, you're only like $20 away from getting you a real Puma that you can build up with nice parts. So, in closing, the knockoff Pumas are exactly what you would think from a knockoff from China. They are not a Puma. They are not even close. So that's it for our first segment of Machine Heads. Hope you dug it. Hope it shed some light on something that you were thinking about. And don't forget to check us out next week. We'll have another Machine Heads for you. That's all we have for you today. And until next week, what I want you all to do is to stay safe. Be nice to each other. keep on collecting.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button down below and check out these videos. We worked real hard on these too, and I think if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy those too.